Hello everyone, this is Omni. This is another part two, I guess, of interacting with a depressed person from someone with bipolar. Anger. So first and foremost, if you ever notice that they are responding to you with more anger or are angry and stuff, so the thing with that is one of two things that are happening, or both of them are happening at the same time. First thing is that they're angry at the world and everything in regards to themselves, not you, not particular people in general. They're just mad that they live in this world and that they can't do any better and stuff. Or they are trying to distance themselves to the point that, no one will like them. They already think that in their head, that, nobody cares about them, nobody really likes them, whatever you want to think, from the darkness that they've fallen into. So it's more just an extension to that it's well, if I have anyone that cares about me at all, if I act like an asshole, if I act like a dick, then no one will want to be around me, and then it would make it much easier to transition to just not being around. So yeah, that's probably what's going on when they're really angry. On the flip side of that, by the way, and you respond in anger, it is only in their brain. It is only clarifying and validating their thoughts of, okay, well, I'm there's no reason for me to be here. There's no reason. There's nothing that is there's nothing that I do that is special, unique, or there's a point for me to be here. So if you're wondering, oh, they're just trying to get me riled up, they're trying to get me angry or something, yeah, they are. Probably. So the subconsciously, or literally, that's part of their plan, and they're on that portion of the, that planning. Yeah, they're probably, but that's again, this distance. So it's like a trap that they're setting, to be able to run and escape. So, the other thing, and this is one that I've been trying to find. There was a clip of someone saying something, might have been on a TED Talk, I don't even remember, but telling them that the reasons that they should say is that they're a good person, and that they're kind, and that they blah 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 blah, this, that, and the other thing. They're already validated that if that's literally the only thing that they have, that they can do, there's no reason for them to be here. They're an inconvenience to people, because it even more so an inconvenience, because then people are like, oh, well, we can legitimize that why you shouldn't do this, because it's an inconvenience to us, but we're going to try to be not say that, because in their brain that's what they're thinking, is that you're just trying not to say in front of their face that they're inconvenient, that it would be inconveniencing them. So then now they're thinking, well, how can I do this without being an inconvenience? Maybe I should go all the way out into a river and do the thing and other things, and then or jump in a vat of chemicals and dissolve. You know what I mean? So it's I know that's difficult to think of, oh, well, I don't know what they do in their day-to-day life. I don't know what they do. Whatever. Give more context. Oh, you're a nice person, or a kind heart and I've seen you do that does this for somebody, or blah for somebody, which then in turn, helped them out, or whatever, or moved them, or they wouldn't have been able to get out of their own dark space and been able to do the things they do, blah blah blah. Because they're already validating, again, as I was saying, they're already validating that in their mind, a kind heart is nothing, because you can't say kind words and someone having a stroke is suddenly not going to have a stroke anymore, or or tell people that everything's going to be okay when they're having a heart attack and magically the heart attack will go away. That's not how that happens. That's not how that works. And they know that, especially if they're high functioning, and have a high IQ with the depression, which is pretty common. By the way, if you don't need to know, it's like almost like the brain, mental illness is like the brain's way of trying to make sure that you don't get too powerful or something. It's like a failsafe. At least I like to joke about that. That's what it is. But yeah, this is what's running through someone that's depressed. They're already rationalizing these things. So add context. And it sounds really, really dumb. It sounds really like why do I need to add context? This is just extra work for me. Because that's exactly what a depressed person wants you to think. That's exactly what a depressed person wants to know, or wants to make it seem like that's what you're thinking. When I know that you're not, obviously, if you care about the person, or you're trying to really like let them know, you're trying to, show them that like there's reasons that they're around. They give you the warm fuzzies. But in their brain, they've already rationalized the warm fuzzies doesn't mean anything in this world, because this world is cruel and run on how productive you can be and how you can legitimize your skills into being a productive part of the machine known as the world. So yeah, add context, even if it's just stupid as I felt horrible one day and I was thinking about doing stuff, but you said a stupid silly joke, and I would not have, no one would have made that joke, and I would never have gotten out of that spot, and I don't know if I'd be here today. Okay. And then another thing, just to note, is that again, the whole useful thing is gonna be the theme here for this little talk, is that show them why they're useful. Show them why the world, why they are actually unique, and not just that you're a unique special flower, and everyone deserves to be loved and blah 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 blah. Because I can tell you every day, even every time, the reason why I do is you are welcome, you are worthy, you are loved, you belong, and you can do wonderful things. It's not for the high functioning folks, because they'll rationalize that's stupid. That's just a bunch of hocus pocus. That's a bunch of words just being said. I say that for the ones that that need that. Sometimes there are there are ones out there that just need to hear those words, and it's it. For high functioning folks though, you have a little bit more of an uphill battle, and you can't just say words. You have to like really let them know, hey, I don't know where I'd be if I hadn't met you, and I don't know if we would be having this conversation. Stupid shit like that. And I know it's not really stupid shit, but I'm saying stupid shit because it's like, it's just stuff that you didn't think about. You don't think about on every day, because like, why do you need to think about that every day? That, oh, I should feel grateful. That's another thing that high functioning, I should stop saying functioning. That's another thing that some people that have already rationalized the stuff, that are already down this path, thinking is that I'm ungrateful, or that there's nothing that for people to be grateful for me doing anything that I've done that need to be grateful for, because it's normal stuff or whatever. Or if people tell you, and one of the things also, don't tell people that, like, in regards to being useful and stuff, don't tell people like the things like, oh, what is your job going to say? What's this gonna da 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 da? Don't make them. Don't do the guilt trip thing. Trust me, it's horrible. And I've seen too many I've seen too many reels and videos that are like that, and I'm like, that's very bad. Don't do that, because then they're just gonna go, oh well, obviously I'm an inconvenience, and now I'm gonna just have to wait. I'm just going to stick around for that much longer so that I can think of a plan that none of that has to work, and that has to be a concern, that they'll forget about it tomorrow or before the end of the day. So yeah, don't do that either. Do, however, let them know that, hey, there's these things that are happening. There's a movie coming out. There's a tour going on, or the things that they would normally do, or that they would normally wait for, like, oh, there's a special game coming out, or a food item or something. Do that, because stupid as it is, they go, ooh, okay, well maybe I'll consider waiting another day. For instance, it's a law project I have that hasn't gone off for various reasons. Obviously, it's holding me hostage. Because there's a lot of really good talented people that I'm working with on it, and so I don't want to just like I've been even putting plans now in place to kind of have it finished should things happen where I cannot finish it, as an example, but like things like that. So if you can figure out things that will postpone, then do that. You don't have to just be like, hey, don't do this. You need to read something as simple and dumb as like, hey, this thing is this special candy is releasing on this date or whatever. It's like a week out. I think you should wait to try that out, and then and even you want to be like cynical and sarcastic, like, you can definitely be like, you can do it, but I want to let you know that also, Luna is coming back as a full unit and making an album on this date, so you should wait for that and see how that turns out and enjoy it, and then you can and then obviously you go do the thing. But I just didn't want you to miss that out on that because it just was announced or something, stuff like that. Anyway, I hope this helped you as a depressed person, or someone that is not depressed and does not interact with the depressed person because they're not depressed. Whatever. And always the key takeaways will be, again, kind words in people's minds that you to tell that to. They already know that kind words is gonna save lives. So anger is a tool to be used to push people away so that they can further isolate, and sometimes they just need a push to move on, move to the next day, and then the next, and then a week, and then etc. That saying, it sounds stupid, but yeah, sometimes it works, because sometimes simple things get us through. Anyway, as always though, genuinely, you are loved, you are worthy, you belong, and you can do wonderful things. Keep your star shining, and we'll always be looking for you in the night sky. Also, this stinger is by Live VT. Going off air.